Good morning. Hey, we are on Monday, November 9th, which means we're in a new region here in our United States of America. We're in the southeast states. Now, I know I kind of have West Virginia through Florida, and then I added Arkansas and Louisiana. I kind of want to explain why. If you take a look at this map, and this region is quite a number of states, but remember when we talked about in the past when a lot of time there's these zigzag kind of state lines like this, that generally means it's bordered by a river. And so you see this right here, especially like Kentucky. I mean, look at this. This is a river, and this is called the Ohio River. Now, Ohio is right here, but this river is actually called the Ohio River. And that's what kind of borders a lot, not all, but a lot of the northern states in this section. And then one of the longest rivers actually starts about here in Minnesota and kind of borders all of these states right in here. This is the longest river in our country, and it empties out into the ocean right here. That's called the Mississippi River. Great, great, great shipping routes. Remember when we talked about that a couple weeks ago? There's big barges and big boats that carry so much, farm produce and crops and different materials to all over the world, much less all these states here. And so that's why it's kind of, I can't say the border because, again, we have Arkansas and Louisiana, but a lot of the states that touch these major rivers, the Ohio River and the Mississippi River, and yes, we're going to see a picture soon about all these different rivers, even in here. Some not so great for shipping, some pretty good, but this is the southeast states. Yes, a lot of states, but you can also tell we have a lot bigger of states here. So here's the ones we're going to be focusing on, especially. Again, look at Kentucky with these, zigzag borders. That's the Ohio River. And again, Mississippi right here. Look at that river go. That's the Mississippi River, which borders the state of Mississippi. And of course, we also have the Gulf of Mexico, which is part of the Atlantic Ocean here, and the Atlantic Ocean, which borders here. Lots of great shipping ports here. Look at all these different capes that cut right into the land. Really good for ports and fishing and shipping. But if you notice, unlike when we talked about the Northeast states, or the New England states, a lot of the capital cities, not all, but a lot of them were right on the ocean. A lot of the bigger cities especially. Now, most of these capital cities aren't the biggest cities in the states. Now, we do have Nashville, Tennessee, which is a big city in Tennessee. We have Atlanta, Georgia. But most of the big cities in these states are not the state capitals. New Orleans, Louisiana is not Baton Rouge, which is the capital of Louisiana. But New Orleans is about right here. Huge city. Miami, Florida is right here. Orlando's up here. Tampa Bay's here. None of those are the capital cities. But you can also see how most of these are not on the ocean. They're mostly inland. Now, if I go to this one, you can see the orange dots. That's a big area of people, meaning big cities, big cities. And you can see how, yes, we have many of them right on the ocean, but a lot of them are inland or up. I'm going to flip this, or try to remember where those big orange circles are with big cities and lots of people. But you can see on this map that, that's because they're right on the rivers which can lead to the ocean. These are some of the major inland rivers. What I mean by that, it doesn't border like the Mississippi and the Ohio to the north there. But you can see a lot of these big cities are concentrated right where look at these two rivers that meet here. This is Atlanta, Georgia here, right? And so, if I go back a few maps, it looks like a lot of these are landlocked in here that don't touch the ocean, but in fact, they can hop right on these major rivers and get to the ocean. It might take a little bit more time, but they can do that rather easily. So again, what I really want to focus on is the southeast states' names, and that's why your assignment is this. I think if you write fairly neatly, you might have to write it a little smaller. If you need to do the arrows, you can, but I think for the most part, you can probably get the state names right inside the states. Unlike New England where we had arrows all over because they're just so small. But these are a little bigger states. Tomorrow we're going to go through the capitals of these southeast states and kind of remember that Wednesday there's no school. I know it's different because it's the middle of the week, but Wednesday is Veterans Day. Thank you to all the great veterans. So we'll have no school Wednesday. And then Thursday we're going to learn a little bit more of the history and climate of the southeast states, and Friday's your test. But let's focus on today. Today you simply write the state names for all 12 states inside the state names to get prepared for Friday's test. Hey guys, Lord's blessings to you as you praise your Savior.